We already know that Abaqus has a lot of advantage for the oil and gas industry, which has specific application. Let's name the plasticity models, but we could include the material models in general. Abaqus has some, if not all, the most advanced material models in the industry. Abaqus offers structural and special elements to model complex geometry or sometimes very large scale that are inherent to the oil and gas industry, and some advanced loading methods, again, to reproduce real world application for the industry, like this pipeline pooling test. So these pipelines can be kilometers long and sit on the seabed, and studying how you're going to pull up a pipeline in a J-tube can be a big challenge, but for Abaqus, it's feasible with the implicit solver because it has this library of adapted element type to model the pipes and a sequence of steps to have the complex loading mechanism to be able to generate this type of simulation. Having the general contact algorithm to handle the contact, even if you use wire geometry representing pipe. And this, you can generate this type of simulation and animation showing the von Mises stress in the pipeline while it is pulled up in the J-tube. Another example that Abaqus is capable of is the pipe swagging analysis involving an axisymmetric model, some static load, even if it's a challenge for convergence, Abaqus can do it, nonlinear contact, plasticity models, and you can appreciate this simulation that is converging with the implicit solver all along the length of the pipe. This is what Abaqus can do. And it's very now well known in the industry that Abaqus is the best in class, and Abaqus is so dedicated for the oil and gas industry that it has its specific training in the university portal dedicated for fitness for service application using Abaqus. So we all know Abaqus is good for the oil and gas industry. So now why the platform? Because as now you are aware of, Abaqus is part of SIMULIA. SIMULIA is one of the brick of the 3D Experience platform. So you have the same solver, the same material model, the same element, and the same loading mechanism inside the platform. But what you have more is the CATIA possibilities and the data management possibilities. But let's talk about the CATIA possibilities with another example. Here we have an example that is, we get a 3D scan cloud nodes CSV file from a 3D scan of a portion of a pipeline with a dent. Here you have a zoom in of that dent represented by cloud nodes from a 3D scanner. How to quickly generate a finite element simulation out of that? If you use traditional tool, it can be quite time consuming and cumbersome. Because you are in the platform, not only you can quickly upload your cloud data nodes and use perspective mode to get inside and have a view of the dent measurement, but then you can automatically recreate a surface from that cloud node in a matter of minutes. Really minutes. I've seen the workflow. It's quite outstanding, the CATIA capacity to do that. So here you see from the cloud node, what CATIA called a mesh creation, which is more like a surface tessellation. And from that, you have one automatic surface that is created. Once you have that, you can compare your cloud nodes with the automatic surface reconstruction to measure the deviation from the cloud node to the surface. If it fits your specific need, you can then toggle on the meshing of that surface. If deviation is too large, you can partition your surface and have a more refined, that was probably what I would do, a more refined surface around the dent and still have the surface quad mesh that can created with few clicks. And once you have the surface quad mesh, it's business as usual, and you can generate your here with applying an internal pressure, estimated the von Mises stress around the dent. So this is the type of workflow that are unlocked because of the platform. We are already working in a digital engineering. Digital engineering, we like it, it englobes a lot of things, but we like to think it as we have requirement and system engineering that leads to creating a CAD. But we use simulation and iteration to go from the CAD to simulate a result if it's not meeting the criteria, the target,